Honor is a difficult concept to grasp, but at its most basic level, honor is a reputation worthy of respect and admiration. Phi Kappa Sigma International Fraternity's Men of Honor Leadership Institute is designed to help its members grow individually and develop as leaders to deal with the many issues we all face as fraternity men. Participants not only learn a great deal, but they will meet fellow brothers from around North America and have a great time as well.
Men of Honor has really evolved over the years on a couple of different fronts. We've been doing this in partnership with our educational foundation, who's graciously funded it over the years. The actual content of the program has also evolved from, in early days, it was more focused on chapter operations, and now it's moved to values-based leadership. And I think the quality of the material has been refined over time. We've built a great pipeline of facilitators of experience and inexperience that keeps feeding the pipeline so that we can keep coming back and basically reproducing the same experience so that each member that goes through it generally gets the same experience year after year. It's outstanding for us to have this part of our services that we can offer our members, and it's a world-class leadership program that really you could find parts of this program out in corporate America, and it's great for us to have it in-house. Ultimately, what we're trying to achieve through this program is to give these young men the skills and the ability to go back to their chapters and make positive change, values-based positive change.
Based on their experiences during the Men of Honor program, many of the attendees apply to return as facilitators.
I decided to come back and facilitate because I went to the program last year. I learned a lot. It was the first time that anyone from our chapter had gone in a while, and whenever I went, I learned a lot about myself and the fraternity as a whole, and I loved it, and I decided that it would be worthwhile to invest in others also.
Well, last year attending as a colony member, I learned a lot of new information from the active members and the facilitators that I had, and I wanted to bring that back to my chapter. So as coming back this year as a chartered member, I wanted to bring that to the new colony members attending this year.
Coming to Men of Honor last year, it impacted me personally because I really got to interact with brothers that I wouldn't normally get to. Especially being from Oklahoma, we were kind of like an island. We were 3 hours from the nearest chapter, and so getting to interact with a lot of brothers from different backgrounds and different places really impacted me, and I got to make connections that hopefully will last a lifetime, and it's really nice to come back again and see everyone that I'd met last year.
Personally, it's given me a sense of pride in being a Phi Caps, and one that I didn't have before I attended. It kind of made it, instead of a burden to get all this stuff done, it was more of a privilege.
I feel as though it's developed my sense of values because I really get to see how everyone in our fraternity is really connected, both by fraternal values and by personal values. And so I feel like I've learned a lot from other people, especially, coming to meet the older guys who have been on staff and been on grand committees and grand boards. And it's really impacted me as far as like how I conduct myself when dealing both with the international fraternity and on a chapter level.
Although the program changes slightly to stay relevant with current trends in the fraternal world, what remains unchanged is the core focus on developing individuals and providing them with the skills and leadership practices to make improvements through values-based education. One of the tools that has recently been introduced is the assessment questionnaire, the Berkman method.
The Berkman method is a personality assessment used to evaluate an individual's interests, usual behavior, needs, and stress behavior. Phi Kappa Sigma utilizes the Berkman method to teach individuals more about themselves and how their personality differs from others around them. By knowing more about yourself and the individuals around you, it allows you to operate more effectively as a member of a team. The Berkman method can be used to identify an individual's interests, which can help them identify a major or a potential career that they're interested in. By realizing what you need as an individual to be effective, you're better able to handle stress and deal with stressful situations. Most of the world is different from you. By understanding how individuals differ from you, you're able to deal with those individuals in a productive manner.
In addition to the Berkman method, undergraduate members learn how to deal with conflict in their chapters and how to confront situations that may run counter to the values of our fraternity.
After going to Men of Honor last year, just as a member, I feel like as though it's impacted my brothers because going back and being able to share my experiences at Men of Honor actually led 4 of us to come this year instead of just 1. I feel as though going back and spreading the message and getting more people to come and learn about this and make those connections is both helping our brotherhood at our chapter grow because we get to have these similar experiences, and also helps them grow individually as they learn more about the fraternity and each other.
I definitely have opened up, become more comfortable with speaking in front of people. I used to be a really shy person, and then going into a fraternity I was kind of scared about that, but then I came to Men of Honor and seeing the facilitators and being able to open up to them, it became a real experience of opening up and being able to talk to people, no matter if I know them or not.
Networking it's a skill, and it's a helpful skill in the fraternity, but it's also a helpful skill outside of the fraternity. There are very few jobs in this world where you work alone, and you're going to have to work with other people, which means you're going to have to build those relationships, maintain those relationships, grow those relationships. Sometimes that can lead to job opportunities. Sometimes that can lead to lifelong friendships. But the idea is we don't operate in a vacuum or as individuals very often in this life. We are usually working with other people. It's a skill that you're going to be able to use everywhere you go with it. I mean, it's invaluable.
After a truly powerful 4 days of leadership development, graduates of the Men of Honor program return to their chapters energized and ready for the semester ahead.
Leaving Men of Honor last year, I felt really refreshed. I felt like I really knew a lot more about the fraternity than I did coming in. I felt like I brought a lot that I could take back to my chapter and really show them what the fraternity on an international level was about. No one had really gotten involved with the national fraternity a whole lot before now. And so just being able to go back and explain to them what everything is and how it all works, I feel like that is something I really left Men of Honor with last year.
I was really proud to be a Phi Cap leaving more than I was before I came, because I didn't really know exactly what it was to be a Phi Cap. Especially after being chartered, I really realized how cool it was.
Some of the brothers that were in my small group whenever I came last year are here again this year, both as facilitators and just as regular members coming to attend again, and getting to see them and interact with them on a different level has been really cool. These are definitely relationships that I wouldn't have had if I wouldn't have decided to get involved on a national level, and just being able to talk to them and hang out with them both through social media and now seeing them in person again has been awesome.
I'm still friends with the ones I met last year, and I'm making new ones this year, and going back to my fraternity, it's made me appreciate the brotherhood that they have with me, and it helps me tell them to go out and not just be shy like I was before.
The next Men of Honor Leadership Institute is occurring this January. Don't miss the opportunity to improve yourself, improve your chapter, and make memories that last a lifetime. We look forward to seeing you there. For more information on the Men of Honor Leadership Institute, visit pks.org or becomeaphycap.org.